guys will see how much basically has been released into my bank account, and you guys will also see my bank account to see how much exactly of that money I have. So no need. Anybody who does not believe it, it's perfectly fine. I'll just show you guys the entire money, because I am not a hungry person. I'm not hungry in any kind of way. So, but one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to come on live and basically start crying for someone to basically get help from Nigerians, basically speak about the stigmatization that plastic surgery has in Nigeria, and also speak about the stigmatization that the LGBTQ community basically has in Nigeria as of this specific moment in time, knowing that many of our brothers and sisters basically die because of this specific stigmatization, only for somebody to come and utilize my resources, my connections, and my friendship, and also my community, just because they basically want to do a quick rich get rich scam.
So there is this rubbish human called B0TCH. He decided to turn himself into a woman. He was born biologically, in fact, not was, he is born biologically a man. But because the law in Nigeria states that if you are caught in the act of homosexuality, then the government can take action. If you wish to put on clothes that women put on as a man, that's your business. If you wish to put on clothes that men put on as a woman, that's your business. Cross-dressing is not a crime in Nigeria. Changing your physical look from a man to that of a woman or a woman to that of a man is not a crime in Nigeria. The act is what the government or the law, the constitution, is against. We have several of them. They have been around for some time, and this is not the first time that Nigeria has such group of people who want to confuse others because they are confused. This guy called B0TCH cried out. I did some analysis about this dude. He came out screaming, crying, saying that the surgery to enlarge his backside, his bum, was botched and that he needed money. He said his kidneys had problems and people should help him save a life. And we talked about it, and I looked at comments. People said he must be punished, that he will not die, but he must go through, suffer, or pay for the consequences of his action. But do you know that this young man was actually scamming Nigerians? He wanted us to pay for his lifestyle. He wanted us to pay for his lies and all of that. In fact, we heard that the Nigerian Association of Cosmetic Surgery or Surgeons or whatever paid for the surgery that was botched. I mean, they reimbursed him for the surgery that was botched. But when some professional organizations started reaching out to find out details, this is when the whole truth came out to light. This young man wanted to turn himself into a woman. Did he really turn himself to a woman? What really happened along the line? Was there any botched surgery? You will be finding out. He got one Nigerian-American accent guy who came out to start crying. I don't even know if he's transgender because his face looks so hard. Not soft like, I'm not saying all women, but his face looks like that of a man. She was the one with the accent, American accent slang, and the Nigerian thing, trying to raise money on behalf of the B0TCH. B0TCH was all over social media crying, laying down on the floor, saying, oh God, help me. The same God that said you shouldn't do this. Anyway, that is his personal decision to turn himself to whatever. He wants to enlarge his backside. So as to encourage younger people to believe that this is the only way for you to make money, to trend, or to be yourself. Whereas they are biologically men. I want you to listen and we'll be talking more.
And Nigerians really showed themselves and they showed us what they can do. Do you understand? I am devastated. I am heartbroken that this was a scam. I still can't believe it. Like when I lie down, I'm like, God, please, let this be a joke. Let me just wake up one day and they'll tell me, oh, the reason why they cut people off was because of something. Not like they scammed us. Because a lot of people show for it. And when we found out that this was a scam was when organizations started reaching out to say they wanted to clear the hospital bills and they needed proof so they can clear hospital bills. Like, it was so good that we had people, organizations reach out, they wanted to take Jay out of Nigeria, like, you know, to seek asylum or something and get permanent residence. Like, Jay's life would have been so perfect if this was all true. And the next thing, Jay just Kim went silent. And I'm like, well, Jay, even I see my last message to Kim. I said, Kim, why are you doing like this now? Answer us now. What's the problem? Answer us. Explain if there's something we can talk about. Till date, no messages, no calls, nothing. Nothing. Even when I asked Jay, I said, how did this kidney transplant come outside? So I found out that it was QT Juice. QT Juice Blog that carried it first. When QT Juice Blog carried it, me and Betty here were shocked. And I reached out to Kim. I said, how come say QT Juice Blogs know about kidney transplant? Even us, we don't know yet. Because they just want money because you will need the transplant. Until later on, I asked why. They said no. Jay said no. It was Dr. Kayode of Lagoon. He was just saying the story, bidi, up and down. I was like, it doesn't make sense. If we are not giving a report stating that you needed a transplant, why will you tell people that you need transplants?
In fact, you know what? I'm going to start this up. Dr. Lovett, anywhere where I lie, you hear me? Just go ahead and tell me, say I lie. You hear me? This is how it all started, right? So everybody basically saw me and Dr. Lovett and Jay Boogie basically when we came up to cry. The reason why we came out to cry was because at that specific moment in time, the only people who donated to Jay were girls from the Nigerian plastic surgery community. When they finished donating, Jay was not seeing any money anywhere. So we were all like, what's going on? Like, we need to come out. So we spoke to Jay. We're like, Jay, the Nigerian community need to see you that you are really sick. Now, I'm going to say this. Is Jay really sick? Yes. The owner of CGE basically messed up when they did the surgery by taking him as a client. Yes. Did something go wrong? Yes. Is Jay getting better? Yes. Did they lie about Jay needed a kidney transplant? Yes. This is exactly what happened. During all this time, we're basically getting the money. So at the process, I was like, okay, cool. I have connections to LGBTQ community in Canada. I know so many people in the LGBTQ community in Canada. Let's figure out a way in order for us to be able to gather more funds for Jay, right? I said the best thing to do, because many people were saying, where's the GoFundMe? We cannot donate to a Nigerian account. Where's the GoFundMe? So I was on a call with Jay, his friend Kim, and Dr. Lovett, and Jay. So we're all there, and I said, Jay, I'll create this GoFundMe account, but I want other people on the account. Do you want only me, or should I have somebody else? They said, no, Betty, just you. I said, Jay, this thing, when I'm submitting it, people don't know my name. People do not know my name. People call me Lucky Hill Doll 2023. Nobody knows my name. Only very few people. I'm like, I'm going to create this with my full name so people can see who created it. People who know me outside. They said, go ahead and create it. I created this GoFundMe account. So everything's been fine. Then after a while, what happened was we're just there. Jay did a plasma exchange. Sorry, I'm not a medical professional, so I don't know what they call all of this stuff. So did a plasma exchange. So when Jay did this plasma exchange, we were like, okay, cool. Jay will start peeing, right?
Yeah.
Jay, are you peeing now? Jay said, yes, I am peeing. I'm peeing. We're like, thank God, the thing worked too. One day, we just on our own. He called us. Betty called us, and they were like, oh. Jay, I just spoke to the doctor. They said Jay's kidneys are not doing better. That Jay basically will need a kidney transplant. Me and Dr. Lovett were like, Jesus is Lord. How far? How manage? So exactly. She sent a test result to Dr. Lovett. Now, or any medical professional here, you guys know, when you do tests today, even people when they do blood tests, una do blood tests today. After una do blood tests today, una can't do what they call it. Una do blood tests today. You do blood tests tomorrow. Something is basically going to be up, unless it's going to be down, right? It will change. Okay, no wahala. They bring the test result. The test result is exactly the same. Dr. Lovett, am I lying? Dr. Lovett, am I lying?
Guy, you're not lying.
The test result was the same. Dr. Lovett came and said, I beg, hold on. This test result is the same.
Exactly.
It's not supposed to be the same. Something has to be up, something has, just even if it's 1 or 2, Do you understand? That's how it is. That's how everybody is, right? No wahala. Okay, that's not an issue whatsoever. So they did the test results. Then we were now saying, are you sure that these hospital people are not playing with us now for them to get more money from Jay? Do you understand? So at that point, we're like, okay, maybe say if they are working hand in hand with the doctor who did his surgery. So we're like, you know what? Kim now even came and said, I will bring in somebody a private laboratory into the hospital to take a blood test of Jay. Let's collaborate that the blood test that the hospital did is the same. We said, no problem. She did that. That same day, before we feel blink two eyes, we said, let's not say anything on social media until that test result has come out. Then we can say, okay, yes, Jay needs it. Before we feel blink like this, Cutie don't post them. We now say that, how much is Cutie post them? Dr. Lovett took a screenshot and sent it to me like, Betty, what's going on? I'm like, I don't understand though. I messaged Kim. Kim was sleeping. I called her. Kim, where is Cutie? How is Cutie getting this information? She said, oh, Cutie Cutie messaged me or something, and I told Cutie, but I was sleeping. I'm sorry, this or that. We're like, why would you do that? We're like, oh, well, at this point, it is what it is. So Dr. Lovett said, well, I'm going to go with the test results you gave me about Jay needing a kidney transplant. So Dr. Lovett came and she made the post that she basically made. Now, remember, I'm basically in the form of the people who are basically gathering money for Jay. No wahala. Okay. At that process, all that thing was going on. CGE then released a statement on her account stating that Jay does not need a kidney transplant. I went live and I said, why would you do that? That CGE is lying. That this is the test result that we basically did. At that process, we did so many. Dr. Lovett went live. I went live on my own surgery page. Then we went live with Plastic Surgery Nigeria too. And we're like, we're going to bring out proof and show that Jay really needs the help. Because at this point, she's spoiling people's notion of Jay getting help. Today, Enoch posted that Jay needed help that day. So we said, okay, the little proof she gave us, we posted it. I contacted Kim. Kim, I need more proof to show the Nigerian public that Jay really needs this kidney transplant, as stated. The test result you sent to us was from the 14th, and it's no longer, it's like the 18th. We need more. Let us show the Nigerian people as proof. Kim went AWOL. I called her. When I called her, what she was doing at that specific moment in time when I called her, she was doing a facial. I was like, okay, cool, you're pregnant. I understand. No wahala. Cool. Called her again. Switched off. No, sorry, I lied. I called her again. She was like, I was like, how come am I not able to get in contact with Jay? She was like, hey, I told Jay to turn off his phone because Jay was shaking because of the way people were posting. I'm like, listen, it does not make any kind of sense that Jay is shaking. No. But beforehand, let me even rewind back. When CGE made that post, Dr. Lovett went live. We called her on the phone. We're like, listen, we need Jay to go live. They said Jay is doing dialysis. We said, okay, cool. Since Jay is doing dialysis, no wahala. At this specific moment in time, since Jay is doing a dialysis, no problem, right? Issy, can you give me 2 seconds, okay? 2 seconds, go meet auntie. So 2 seconds, so we said, okay, fine. Since Jay is doing dialysis, Jay's brother is there. Before Jay's brother came to see Jay in the hospital, I begged and begged and begged for Jay's brother to come. One of Jay's friends was even the person who thought Jay was bringing people. They were saying that it's Jay's friend. We questioned them, why are you not there with your brother? I'm a friend. We're like, Jay, I will remove my hand if your family members are not in this. Jay's brother finally came from Port Harcourt. That one is a different story. When he came, when we went live, we said, okay, since Jay is on dialysis, let the brother come out now. And basically states, my brother is not well, no. He's currently on dialysis. Please, Nigerians, this thing that CGE posted is fake. Oh. Me and Dr. Lovett, we were on live. When we were on live, Kim messaged us and said, can we do this in the evening? Are you serious? When we are already on live to debunk what CGE posted. If it is that it's true that CGE basically is lying, why won't you debunk CGE the minute that the Nigerian blogs are carrying it? Why won't you debunk it at that moment? She did not debunk it. We said no problem. So wait till evening. I have the Nigerian plastic surgery community also has a WhatsApp group chat. On the WhatsApp group chat, we have 350 women there. 350 women were tagging Kim because Kim was also in the group chat. Provide proof, provide proof, provide proof, provide proof. She did not provide any proof. Hey! We're like, okay, no problem. At that process, I was like, how can everybody be tagging you saying, bring the proof, bring the proof?
Betty,
people from abroad, people from America.
Betty, yes. Hold on, let me rewind. Let me take you back a little bit. Now, Betty wanted me to confirm how sick Jay was really, and I went to the hospital. When I got there, I saw Jay. Jay was really sick. I asked for the test result. I read the test result. I shook my head. Then I said, okay, I want to speak to the doctor. I want to know what is wrong with Jay, like how severe the issue was. Tosin, I was in there for more than an hour and I was able to see the doctor. Immediately I got home, that then Kim called me that, oh, the doctor want to talk to me. I don't even know if that was a real doctor that spoke to me, but at this stage, I believe anything. I believe anything. My own right now is the money that was donated to the GoFundMe that Betty created. I stand and support Betty that get a good orphanage or people who need that money, because GoFundMe money cannot be refunded to those who donated it because it's a donation platform. So give that money to those who need it, because it will be a fuck up for us to give it to her, knowing fully well that we're scammed.
Welcome back. Of course, anyone can scam anybody, regardless of trans, homo, whatever, straight. Anyone can scam. But I think this should be an eye-opener. I said it in my previous analysis that money should not be put out for this guy. Although some people felt empathy, they said, okay, since he said he had kidney issues due to this and that, probably he had some kind of blood, whatever. I don't know what happened to him. But it is now clear from what you heard that this guy is a criminal. I don't know why they are referring to him as she. This is not a she. This is a he. He's a man, a criminal, a scammer. A scammer, that is what he is. Nothing more, nothing less. I said it, do not put out money for this nonsense. This will encourage people. You botched it, you have kidney issues, well, you will not die. But use this opportunity to speak to people, to tell them how much you regret what you have done. Then, maybe then, people will begin to think about helping you. Now, you heard all that he or she is saying, that she or he would not have come out if this was not right, that if you go to the hospital to do a test and they tell you this and you go again to do the test and they tell you something else, she's trying to, or he is trying to just confuse herself or himself, trying to make people believe that they didn't really come out to scam Nigerians. Well, it is clear that they actually came out to scam. There was nothing wrong with the Boogie guy, and if there's anything wrong with him, we don't really care. You had so much money to go increase your backside so as to dress and look like a woman. You're trying to confuse the younger generation. You're trying to begin this wave of trans and many other things that is common in the West. You're trying to push this image. And many of them do this pretending, acting like they are successful, like they have a rich man, they have a rich guy who is humping them, doing stuffs with them, who is taking care of them. They at times go to rent expensive automobile and they take pictures with this, they drive this around for some couple of weeks or time, and after a while they come up with another car again and pretend. They just want to show to, they are like agents of darkness. That's what I want to call them, because they often want to show to people that this thing that I'm doing connects to money. If you have this, if you are like this, if you decide to change who you are biologically, you will be rich, you will be all right, you will have so much money to spend, you have your own house with security, you will have cars, you will have so much money, you have a lot and a lot. This is the trend. This is what these guys are pushing. And we have more of these guys coming up slowly. They start first dressing as a lady and they begin to do their, TikTok thing, the social media thing, trying to influence one music, one particular video. Once they begin to trend, they begin to go more into it. They begin to show to their audience the purpose of what they are all about. They begin to put fake boobs, do some of these fake things here and there. They at times go to some, medical facility and pretend and act like they are trying to do something on their chest, like they're trying to do this and that. At the end of the day, they are not really doing anything. They get busted like this. But they are pushing, encouraging people to confuse other people. How can you, unless there's going to be a stamp that will be on the forehead of these people that will show that this person is not biologically a man. They have gone as far as, deceiving themselves with this thing. How can we live in a world where a male whose brain is not the same? Of course, biologically, it is known that the brain of a woman and that of a man is not the same. I'm talking about the position of the gray matter inside the brain, inside of a woman and that of a man. It's not the same. One is on the left, one is on the right. There is this on the left, there is this on the right. Different emotion, feelings, and thoughts. I'm not talking of IQ here. It is known. It's something that we know. A man will always be a man, regardless of if you think that you feel like a woman. So these people will go into the restroom of a woman. How can you accept and agree that a man come into the restroom where women are, real biological women? We've got this, confusion here and there. And the argument is still in the US and many other countries where most of these practices, way of life, has been constitutionalized, accepted. They still have issues regarding this. Like, wait, I am a biological woman. If you have decided to create a new gender called trans woman, please tell the same government to provide toilets for you, to provide restroom for you so that you can go in there. We don't want you as a woman saying that I feel more of a man. I feel more coming into the restroom of a man, trying to act like, how are you going to do the thing? How are you going to pee? How men pee? How? As a woman, because you feel like a man. You're only confused. But I don't care about that. It's your choice anyway. If you choose that route, it's your business. No one really cares. But you, BOOGIE, you try to reach to the emotions of Nigerians, of people everywhere, of different communities, of yourself. You try to scam people that you are going through life and whatever, that you're about to RIP, your kidney has failed, you have abscess, your whatever that you did botched, you are losing your whatever, and both of them kept screaming. If you've not watched that video, you'll see the video at the end of this one. I'm going to put it at the end. Just tap on the box at the end of this video. You're going to see that video where this rubbish human was screaming, shouting, oh, crying, saying that everything is gone. My life is this and that. And people reached out. They said, okay, let this serve as a lesson. In fact, people from his community, the community of this same, confused people, they reached out. Money was donated. He got money. All of a sudden, this guy is running life like nothing has happened. Like he's okay. He's not going for any treatment. In fact, when international organization and some other organization reached out, both locally and international reached out, like, okay, you know what? Let us check the hospital. Let us pay the hospital bills and let us do this and that. All of a sudden, we started hearing stories. Stupidity started coming out. People realized that these guys are just false. Liars. And from today, I believe that people will not in any way, if you like, go and look for who to increase your chest or your back or try to do something to yourself. If you RIP, you're your own, you stay as you are. No one will even do candle night, you're your own. This will serve as a deterrent, as a lesson to these people who are trying to confuse people. You're a biological man. You say you feel like a woman. Are you normal? You feel like a woman. It's okay to feel like a woman. Your mom gave birth to you, but you are still a man. But if you say no, you feel more to be like it's okay. If the constitution of the country that you live in accepts it, it's all right. You don't come out scamming people. Rubbish guy. Try to confuse younger people. Try to make them believe that this is how it's supposed to be. They feel like. What do you mean by you feel like? What nonsense is this? What do you think about this one? Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.